Anyway, I want to tell you that story. I'm down with Rudy Guiliani. I'm down in Florida, right? And Rudy's great. And by the way, we have a lot of wonderful people in our. As I come in here and I look at you guys, I say, these guys, everybody in this room paid the dues. You didn't have to be here. It would be much easier for you in every area of our lives to go along with the flow and not make waves and not stand up. So I'm very happy to be among people who have some character all the time. And I'm with the conservative guys today, and people who are for John McCain and Sarah Palin. I'm with people who are righteous people. That's why John McCain has not to think 15 minutes before he makes a statement.
That's right.
He knows where he stands. That's why Sarah Palin doesn't stutter. That's why she's you know. Now, anyway, so I was with Rudy Guiliani, and I really loved what he did with New York. I'm a New Yorker, and then I saw how he stood against after 9/11, how he stood up and the strength that he exhibited and the things that he did and said on behalf of the country, and he was, America's mayor. Anyway, he's the real deal. Very, very smart, very positive thinking, and a doer. Like I asked him one time, I said, and this, I share with you my thoughts about this. I said, what are you going to do about the State Department? Because I know the State Department is a mess. We look at the government, and people come in and go out, but the State Department stays. It's like the education system, you can't get rid of the bad teachers. You know what I mean? You say, wait a minute. So what are you going to do about the State Department, which is treacherous in certain ways, like the backing of CARE and other, quasi-terrorist supporting organizations, and they're embracing them. And I know that this is crazy, right? Housing the enemy and something. Maybe I'm stepping further than you know, but I knew this. So what are you going to do about the State Department? And Rudy says, well, we just we have to let them know what their job is. I said, what was that? I said, well, they're the public relations arm to our government. So we just have to make sure they do the job. Hold accountable. Oh, that's right. Simple. Ouch. You know what I mean? He said every time we have something that happens overseas that needs a response, it has to come from the State Department. They have to step up and do it right away. Not a week later.
That's right.
Immediately. So when I look at Rudy, I'm saying, absolutely, this is the guy. This is amazing. Perfect. Now, I only was with him for a couple of weeks, not even that, 7 days altogether. And I had a lot of fun being with his team and all that. So he concedes. With the loss of Florida, he concedes. He makes a beautiful speech. And on that night, the volunteers are all feeling down a little bit, a lot of young people. And so I got them in a room and I was telling them that, hey, you're part of history, you should be very proud of yourselves, you remember this moment for a long time, telling your kids about it. And gave them a little pep talk. And then somebody said, hey, John, Rudy's downstairs with the team, and we'd love to have you with her. We're just going to say, one last little dinner and stuff. So I went down to this restaurant area, and it was a very beautiful place, and we all were sitting around.
Speak up a little, John. Can you speak up a little? Just speak up.
I don't know, I thought I was speaking loud enough, but I'm not speaking this way, see, I'm speaking against the back of me. So, I'm going to sit on this desk. Anyway, so...
Sit in my lap.
So... So we're sitting there, and Rudy gets up after the meal, and he says, well, I should say something, I guess. And he says to the assembled team, maybe a dozen people, that's all. He said, I couldn't have asked for a better team, a wonderful team. And you did a wonderful job. If there's something wrong with my campaign, if there's something, get the vote. So he said thank you to everybody, and then he said this. He said, and I'll have to think about what I did, where I fell short. That'll be on my mind for quite some time. He said, but you know, I'll bet that the rivals. So he said, I'll bet the rivals to Abraham Lincoln felt that they would have made a better president than he. This is Rudy Guiliani saying. And he said, and God has a way, it seems to me, when America is in crisis, he finds just the right man to come forward.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, yes. Answer
And he said, and perhaps that's what he's doing now.
Oh.